Hello everyone and welcome to CEIR Predict. I'm Ron Insana here in 2014 at the latest CEIR conference. Joining me now, Brian Casey, President of CEIR, and also Bob Priestek, who is President of Freeman and a board member of CEIR as well. So Brian, there was a lot of information covered by the speakers today. I think that's safe to say. I mean, there was no shortage of data. So based on the CEIR data that you saw, how would you characterize the state of the events industry today?
Well, you know, all you have to do is listen to the economists and their bullish outlook for GDP and employment. All of that ties into the direct performance of our industry. So when you look at the projection of GDP performing at 3% or plus, our industry is going to follow directly. And when you see non-farm payroll increasing and improving, attendance at our events follows as such. And so, you know, as a result, then the industry grows because if the attendees are there, they're the ones that are buying the product. You're going to be able to sell more space, and you're going to be able to create more revenue for the event you're running.
All right, so with respect to the economic factors that we talked about today, and you know, Ryan Street from Moody's was actually, I would say, relatively upbeat compared to some of his peers. Which of the top industry groups do you think might benefit most from hearing what was said?
Well, I mean, what we're seeing is industrial heavy machinery, IT and communications is definitely high. Discretionary consumer spending is actually, because that's directly tied to GDP, of course. And then food are a few of the sectors that we're seeing the greatest growth in.
Now, what about the industries that are most challenged and may have the most work to do in the next year or two?
Yeah, well, I mean, last year government was a big drag, maybe some slight improvement with that, but the education and not-for-profits, because local cities are, you know, they just don't have the funding to continue to support the infrastructure for that. And so it presents a drag on it because they can't send their employees to events and participate in them. And so we're seeing that those two sectors, healthcare's been a bit of a disappointment, but I think we're going to see an improvement in it, but it's going to take a little time for that to improve as well.